Welcome to my series on lucid dreaming, where we will begin our journey into lucid dreaming for shadow work. This will be a 5-part course where I will take you through each step to prepare for lucid dreaming, and at the end of the course will be 2 lucid dreaming meditations for you. Namaste, Sacred Masters. I'm Dr. Iwas Ukehi, Certified Shadow Work NLP Manifestation Coach, and today we're going to begin our first steps into lucid dreaming. This video series is by the request of Sacred Masters Tanya Smith Glover, and as I began to plan out my lucid dreaming video, I realized it would take me more than one video to help guide you properly to lucid dream. I will first teach you about lucid dreaming without diving too much into advanced shadow work because it might be too much in the beginning. My goal here is to guide you into inducive lucid dreaming until you're familiar and comfortable with the steps and having a little bit more fun before I start talking about shadow work. Now, what is lucid dreaming? A lucid dream is a type of dream where you are aware that you are dreaming. Being in a state of awareness allows you to control some of your dreams, including situations, stories, and even characters. Now, before I guide you, my reason for teaching you lucid dreaming is not to act out wild or violent tendencies. Because lucid dreaming is very real both in your subconscious and conscious, you may have problems discerning what is real and what is a dream. Some people start using lucid dreams to escape reality, which is the opposite point of shadow work. I hope you can take the information I provide to you with maturity and responsibility. You also don't want to experience lucid dreaming every day, as that can leave you mentally exhausted when you get up. Now that the warnings are out of the way, I will give to you a brief overview on how to lucid dream. But with each subsequent video, I will go in depth into how to go through those steps. I will upload the other videos as I finish shooting, editing, and rendering them out, but you should be using the time in between to get comfortable with the previous techniques before moving up to the next one. There are 3 stages into lucid dreaming. The first is to understand your sleep patterns so you can adjust your schedule for optimal times to lucid dream. The second is reality testing, where you begin to program your subconscious mind through reality testing to become aware of dream and awake states. The last method is called induction, where you can actually induce yourself to lucid dream. So, let's talk about sleep patterns right now. Everybody has a sleep chronotype. There are 4 in total, so finding which one is you can really help you understand your sleep pattern to get optimal REM sleep, which is a stage of sleep that is characterized by deep sleep marked by eye motion, faster breathing, and more brain activity. Most people fall under the bear chronotype, and their circadian rhythm falls under the solar cycle. This means you sleep between 11 p.m. and waking up at 7 a.m. and you are productive in the morning, but prone to a post-lunch dip. If you ever felt that after lunch at about 2 to 4 p.m. you feel lethargic, your sleep chronotype is a bear. Your flow of energy is generally spread throughout the day. The wolf chronotype is the introverts of chronotypes. These are the night owls, whose productive peaks when the sun sets. Because they usually have to follow a work schedule, they have trouble waking up in the morning, but yet find their peak productivity happens at night. But because of their dual naturalistic production, you need sleep more than others. However, to lucid dream, try to go to bed at midnight if you are a wolf chronotype. The lion chronotypes wake up early in the morning with energy levels already peaking. But just as fast as the energy is gained, it is lost by midday. They often need a power nap in midday to recharge, and by evening they are drained again. If you're the sort who gets up and exercises in the morning, you will be a lion chronotype. Thus, early sleeping would be a circadian cycle somewhere around 9 to 10 p.m. The last chronotype is the dolphin chronotype. They tend to be insomniacs, because like their animal archetype, they sleep with their brains on half the time. Their mind can sometimes go into hyperdrive at night while in bed, which means they often don't get the sleep they want, only the sleep they need when their body is drained and begins to relent. Their peak productivity is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., which is where they get things done the most. Hence, if they want a good sleep, they should begin winding down by 10 p.m. before a midnight sleep schedule. I have heard that 50 to 55% of people are bear chronotypes. Lions are 15%, wolf are 15 to 20%, and dolphins are 10%. Comment below to let me know what chronotype you are. It would be very interesting to validate that data. Now, it is important before the next video that you start getting yourself into a regular sleep schedule. This is because when your body starts getting used to a sleep pattern, it is easier for you to fall into deep sleep when you begin to induce lucid dreaming. So what happens is that you start a regular sleep pattern and your body's used to it. Make sure you give yourself an hour to wind down before sleeping. Avoid things such as caffeine, alcohol, and also electronics. Studies have shown that devices like your phone or computer can interfere with your production of melatonin because they emit short wavelength and rich light, also known as blue light. If you use devices to read before bed, try to use devices like a Kindle or a Nook that emit minimal blue light and decrease the display as much as possible. When your body gets used to this slow wind down effect to go to bed, when it is time to induce lucid dream, we will do the opposite and get you into an immediate deep sleep. You will be more prone to lucid dream than people who take a long time to fall asleep. People like me who suffer from narcolepsy when I fall asleep suddenly and immediately in deep sleep have better chances of lucid dreaming. And while that is an advantage, if you want to lucid dream, it is possible. To get the kind of quality sleep while preparing for lucid dream, always try to do some physical activities during the day, such as yoga, going to the gym, taking your dog out for a walk. This will help your body expand some energy so that you will need the sleep to recharge. Keep your room at a cool temperature, and if you can, put on darkening blinds. I use blackout curtains myself. If you watch my other videos on using dreams to do shadow work, which I will post on the link above and description below, your dream journal also aids you in lucid dream. As you begin to write more and more, you're familiarizing your conscious and your subconscious together. By fostering these relationships, you are nurturing the grounds for lucid dreams. Our next video will talk about reality testing. This should be ready in a few days, so use this time now to adjust your body. Good sleep hygiene extends your REM sleep, which is crucial because that's when lucid dreaming happens, and you want to have optimal chances of inducing lucid dreaming later, which we will cover later with the WBTB, Wake Back to Bed method, the MILD, MILD, Mnemonic Induction of Lucid Dreams method, and the WILD, WILD, Wake Initiated Lucid Dream method. Lucid dreaming can have many benefits in which you can decrease your nightmares and relieve anxiety, which affects people who are experiencing stress, anxiety, depression, sleep disorders, PTSD, and substance abuse. It also increases your motor skills because you're visualizing physical movements to increase your ability to do them. When you perform motor skills in lucid dreaming, your brain's sensory motor cortex activates, which is part of your brain that controls movement. This could also lead to enhanced creativity. So, make sure you maintain your sleep schedule and keep your dream journal nearby. You can focus on a mantra or a dream affirmation before you go to bed, something that I will cover and incorporate in my lucid dreaming meditation in the 4th module of this series. But there's no harm in setting affirmations now before you sleep. I have known people to be successful in lucid dreaming without the more intense methods just by affirming before you go to bed. Try affirmations such as, "Tonight I will become aware that I am dreaming. I will have a lucid dream tonight. When I dream, I will become lucid." You can do this right as you are laying down in bed, or you can do this if you meditate before you go to bed. A study by Nicholas Zink and Reinhard Petrowski in the Department of Clinical Psychology at the Heinrich Heine University in Germany shows that people who meditate not only develop higher degrees of awareness during wakefulness, but also during dreaming. While another study done in Washington, D.C. on psychology and consciousness shows that long-term meditation have increased lucid dreaming capabilities. So give meditation a shot if you have not yet. It is good practice to start your sleep hygiene in the beginning stages of your lucid dreaming journey. I can't wait for you to see the next video, but you know you have your work in front of you, so let's begin as early as tonight. I'll see you soon. Namaste.